Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Vanessa, now that your microphone is working, you became very talkative, huh? I think I'm going to mute you forever. You're talking too much now, okay?
I am sorry.
It's a pleasure, okay, to listen to you. Don't worry, I was just kidding, okay?
Thank you.
Hello, Oscar. How's it going there, my
Hi,
groundhog friend?
hi Roberto. How are you?
I'm all right, and you?
I'm fine too.
No natural disasters lately there?
No, God,
Thank,
man,
thank God, huh?
thank God, not. Thank God.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Gloria, how are you today?
I'm great. You, teacher.
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. Okay. Dircy, how are you, Dircy? Today you're using
Very
your
well.
computer. Huh?
Sorry?
Today you're using your own computer. Huh? You're
Yes,
not.
yes, yes. Today, I'm in
Yeah.
Jersey. My
Yes.
computer too.
Yes. Okay. You're not using your children's computer,
Yeah.
huh? Good. Okay. Who else is here already? Okay. That's it. Okay, so we can start our class. Welcome again. Okay, yesterday we were talking about natural disasters. Okay,
Yep.
and there are lots of interesting vocabulary in this lesson. So let me share my screen with you so we can continue and hopefully we can finish it. Okay, okay, let me share my screen. I have already found here. Okay, all right. Can you see my screen there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. As far as I can remember, if I'm wrong, let me know. I think we stopped here that morning. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes.
yes,
Oscar,
yeah.
okay. Let me just let the other people in. Okay. All right. Would you mind reading this part for us, please, that morning?
Of course, of course. That morning, Castle was deserted. Few visitors make the journey through this distant part of Montana, and even fewer want to drive 10 miles on dirt track to visit
Dirty
dirty,
dirt track
dirty track
to visit a
to
place.
visit a place like Castle. The sun was shining brightly when we arrived, and it was still shining when we found the house where Jane used to live. It wasn't until the sun went behind a cloud that we looked up at the sky.
Okay. Oscar, I'd like to make two observations about these. Pay attention, please.
Yes,
Oscar and everyone else, of course. Oh, the first one has to do with this word that I'm going to highlight. Okay?
desert.
Yes, that's
Deserted.
exactly. Yes, Dirce has already mentioned there. I don't know
Gloria.
if you remember. I told you, Gloria, thank you, Gloria. I told you that in English, when you have the noun and the verb, okay, with the same spelling. Remember that little observation? Okay? The noun is always stressed in the first syllable, okay? Like Sahara is one of the biggest deserts in the world, okay?
Okay,
But when I have the verb, the stressed syllable is not the first, Oscar, it's the second. Deserted, okay?
deserted.
Like, yeah, let me find the yellow here. Okay, here.
Was deserted.
Yes, exactly. So we say desert and we say desert, okay? Deserted. So castle was deserted, okay?
Okay, okay.
And also, I'd like to talk, maybe it's the high time to talk about fewer. I don't know if you have ever talked about this because not many people talk. Fewer, fewer and less. Do you know the difference?
No.
No.
Very
No.
good. In meaning, they have no difference. Okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Fewer is the same of less, but the difference is usually less we use with uncountable
Oh.
noun. And fewer we use with a plural count nouns. For example, I have fewer friends in Europe than I have in Brazil. Okay? Fewer friends, because friends I can count on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't need more than one hand. Okay?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm talking about good friends. So I have fewer good friends in Europe than I have in Brazil. Okay? But less is not used with plural count nouns. I've been drinking less coffee lately. Coffee, less coffee. Understand? Brazilians, they always use less money, less books, less houses. No. If it's books, houses, I have to use fewer. Fewer books, fewer houses. All right, guys?
All right.
Okay?
All right. All right.
Excellent. So let's go on. Any other question about this paragraph? Is there any word that you don't remember? Or that's okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go on then. Gloria, would you mind
Yeah.
reading the second paragraph for us? It's not a very long one, but that's okay. Hey,
Hey, said Sarah. Look, look, there's a storm coming. Indeed, to the south, the sky had turned in ink black.
an inky black. An
An
inky
ink black.
black.
A storm was coming, and it looked like a big one.
Very good. Very good, Gloria. Any question about this? No comment. Any question?
No.
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 Excellent. Let's go on. Erika, can you read this next part?
Let's get back to the main road, Sarah added. These tracks will be impassable if there is a storm.
Okay. Any question about this part?
No.
No.
Me no.
Not me.
Not
Not
me.
me.
Not
I
me.
know.
Only Tarzan talked like this. Me, Tarzan. You, Jane. Me, no. Okay?
Not me.
Good. Now it's perfect. That's good English.
Me, Jenny.
Me, Johnny. Okay. Now, Gabriel, can you read the next part, please? You can read the two sentences there.
Yes, sir. Sure, that's a good idea. Let's get going, I said. If we go north, we'll come out near White Sulphur Springs, said Roby.
Okay.
The track would upwards through a forest of pine trees, then divided again. Which way? I asked. Take the track to the right, said Julie, who had the map. Are you sure?
Okay, good. Any question about this part that Gabriel has read for us?
No, sir.
Oh,
Pierce, Gloria, Oscar, Erika. Yes.
No.
What's the right way to
Not
say
me.
sulfur?
Sulfur. Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yes,
Sulfúrico.
sulfur. Sulfur is one of the chemical elements that you have in the table of elements, okay?
S.
Sulfur. S.
S.
Thanks for helping me. Okay.
Atomic number 32.
Wow, you even know the number.
I'm
Are you
I'm a chemistry teacher.
My bad.
Yeah.
Very good, Gloria.
Yeah.
I only remember it was there in the table of elements, okay? But I couldn't remember the number or anything like that. So it's there. S And 32, is that?
32.
Yes, very good.
Atomic number.
Okay, the atomic number is 32. Okay, very good, Claudia. Thanks for sharing this info. Any other question about this? Vanessa, now you're quiet. It's surprising. What's happening? You lost your microphone.
Yes, because I'm in the car on the road now.
Oh, please don't use the phone then, okay? You can get a ticket.
No, I'm
Are you
in the.
driving?
No, my husband.
Ah, so it's okay. You can talk, okay? Don't be shy.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Do you think it's possible for you to read something for us or it's too difficult?
I think yes, but a little, because I think I'm going to a little dizzy.
Ah, you're getting a little dizzy. Okay.
Yes, but this part is okay for me.
Just read this part then.
Okay, no, I'm not sure exactly where we are. The map doesn't show all these tracks, but I think so.
Okay, I think so. All right, thank you. I don't want you to get dizzy, okay?
Okay.
Any question about this part?
No.
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 Okay. Dirce, it's your turn. Can you read the next part?
So the times was,
Let me just enlarge this. I don't know why
Yeah.
it's a little line in the middle.
it's better.
Yes, I'll do it for you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let me change here. I think now it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, can I start?
Yes,
the time was just about midday, yet somehow, somehow, in the space of 10 minutes, all the blue had vanished from the sky, and the light was fading fast, as if evening was coming on. The track twisted and turned up and down through woods and over streams, and then at least out onto an open, treeless hilltop.
Finish this paragraph, please. Suddenly, Dirce, are you still with us? Dirce?
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe she froze.
Yeah.
She was twisted.
Yes, I will finish for Dirce. Suddenly, Sarah shouted, "Look, a tornado!" You see, she didn't say a twister. She said a tornado. All right? So, any question about this? Maybe there are some words there that you're not familiar with.
Yes, vanished, hilltop, and the fading.
Hey, I said any question, not any 3 questions, okay? All right, you have to give the others a chance, okay?
It's
3 questions.
It's a pack of the questions.
Yeah, see, Oscar, I think I should mute her, okay?
Yeah.
Because when I give her a chance to talk, she talks too much. Okay, let's go one by one, okay? Oh, come on. Are you married? Do you have your own house?
Yes.
And you don't know what's vanish? You have
I
never
know,
used this when
I
washing your clothes?
Yes, I know.
Yes, you
use
know.
my
So
clothes.
why are you asking me if you know?
I know with my it's a product that I use in my clothes, but I don't know the.
What is the
sign.
purpose of this product? What is the purpose? What does it do?
Clean the clothes.
Okay, but if you have a spot, you put vanished, and what happens to the spot?
Disappear.
Excellent. That's why the name of the product is vanished. Understand? All the blue had vanished from the sky. That means disappeared. That's why the product is called vanish. All right?
All right.
It's like the money in my wallet. Vanished a long time ago. Understand? Nowadays, I only carry the wallet because of the ID. Because money that is good, I haven't seen for a long time. Okay? All right? Vanish was the first. The second was?
Yes.
fading. Yes?
Yes.
And that comes from the verb to fade. Fade is almost the same of vanish, but vanish means disappear completely. Fade is when something is changing, especially colors or tones of color. Understand? Like the sky, the light was fading fast, was changing from like blue to black and fast. Understand? That it doesn't mean it was disappearing, it was just alternating colors. Understand? We can say fading away. That means disappearing in the distance. That is less strong than vanish. Vanish, no, it's completely. Okay? What else did you ask me? There were so many questions, I don't remember the others.
Hilltop.
At the top of the hill. Understand a hill?
Okay. Yes.
A hill is a small mountain. Understand? Hilltop means the top of the hill. Don't make me hungry, Gabriel, okay? Put that cheese roll away, please.
I'm eating Mineiro's dish.
Thank you very much for showing me, okay? Because I have nothing to eat, okay? Any other question, Oscar?
No, it's okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Somebody asking me about twisted. Am I right or no? I don't remember. The track twisted and turned up and down through woods and over streams. Understand the streams? What is the difference between a stream and a river?
I
don't know.
I don't know too.
Twisted.
I don't know either.
Either.
Yes.
Dancing, teacher. Like dancing.
Twisted. Yes?
Like dancing.
Twist is a kind of dance, but it doesn't mean that the tracks were dancing, understand? The tracks were just going like these.
Up and down, up and down.
Yes, like they twisted, okay? They just moved like this. Like look at my hands.
Yes.
Like woo, 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 okay? What else? Okay, I was talking about river and stream. A stream is when you have a very narrow river, understand? River is usually larger. If it's in the mountains, you don't have rivers. You have streams that usually come down the mountains and flow into a river. And then a river usually has many streams flowing in, understand? So when you say a river, it's like the Amazon River, the Mississippi River, the Nile River. Those are big ones, okay? If it's a small one, especially in, let's say, concerning not the length, but the size of it, you say a stream, okay?
Okay.
Another question or no? Can we go on?
Go on.
Okay. Regina, are you there with us?
Oi, hello?
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Can you read the part for us, please? I pulled the car.
I pulled the car to a stop and looked back, and there it was, just like in the movie. The clouds were hanging like a dark sail above our reeds.
Heads.
Our heads. Heads.
Okay. Slate gray.
Slate gray with tinges.
Of brown and green.
Of brown and green. And there, just a few miles to the south, was the tornado and the ink funny of twisting cloud coming right down to the ground. Besides, it's several other menacing cones were hanging downwards, ready to strike.
Ready to strike.
Ready to strike. We could see them moving in our direction. Let's get off there.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Let out of here. I said, I said, and threw the car into gear.
Gear.
Into
Yes.
gear.
And threw the car into gear. Okay?
Into gear.
This is something that Oscar is never going to do it. Okay, Oscar?
Yeah.
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 You throw the car into driving, okay? Not into gear. Okay?
Yeah.
Any question about this? Guys?
Sailing.
Ceiling.
Ceiling.
Yes. Think of a house, okay?
Yes.
Right? Look at me, please. You have here covering the house, you have the roof, okay? R-O-O-F, the roof. Under the roof, you have the ceiling. So usually we put the lights in the ceiling. Understand?
Okay.
So you have the ceiling and then the roof. Usually in between the ceiling and the roof, you have the water tank, you have a lot of wires. Sometimes if it's a big space, you have an attic where you can store things, understand? If it's under the house, you call it basement. If it's over the ceiling, you call it attic. Okay, A-T-T-I-C, attic. Sometimes in movies, we see a people being killed in the attic or a person dead in the attic, okay? Or a lot of old things in the attic, okay? Another question other than ceiling?
Menacing.
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 Yes, that comes from to menace, which means to cause danger, okay? Disaster, okay?
Okay.
And several other menacing cones means dangerous cones, because when you have a big tornado, usually you have the big one, the major one, and you have smaller ones beside it. Understand? Beside it, several other menacing cones were hanging downwards, ready to strike. So usually just one big one forms, but they come with many smaller tornadoes around it, usually 2 or 3 smaller ones, okay?
Okay.
Another question, guys?
Teacher,
Yes.
I know what is gear, but I don't know the phrase through the
Into
car
gear.
into gear.
Yes, because we discussed this yesterday, Gabriel, but I'm glad to explain again. When you have a manual transmission car, when you stop the car, usually you put it in the neutral position. You know, the gears, all right? First gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, reverse. That's a typical manual transmission car. If it's automatic, you have like parking, drive, reverse, L1, L2. Understand? So the car was in neutral because they were stopped. You see, I pulled the car to a stop, and then he put it in the neutral position. When he saw the tornado coming towards them, he put the car into gear. He put it in the first gear and took off. Okay?
Okay, I thought that gear was like a part of the car, like the gears of the car. Like
now you have the gearbox, you know, where you change gears.
Yeah.
First gear,
Yeah.
second gear, third gear.
Understood.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like drive.
Sometimes people call it shift. Okay? But gear is the appropriate, correct word. Okay? Any question? Oscar, Gloria, Regina, Erica?
Okay, teacher.
It's okay.
No problem.
No problem.
Okay. Who's going to read now? Everyone has taken his turn? Yes? Vanessa, yes, she's in the car. Okay, Oscar, we are back to you, my friend.
Okay.
I don't usually drive cars.
I don't usually drive cars at 50 mph,
Miles per hour.
miles per hour, along dirt tracks, but this time I did. As we speed across,
past tense.
as we sped, the past, yes.
Across.
As we sped across the open hilltop,
Hilton.
I seemed like there were three different storms coming towards us at once, from three different directions. By now, we could see waves in fine gusting across the grassland. Gusting.
Yeah, waves of wind, gusting.
Wind gusting across the grassland. And by the time we reached the tree again, reached the trees again, branches were blowing in all directions. Then, beside the track, we came across a group of tourists. On quad bikes, enjoying a cross-country trip. We stopped the car from the moment to warm them, but the tour guide louded, "Tornado!"
Laughed. Okay, laughed.
Lagged.
No, laughed. Like F, laugh.
Laughed.
Okay. Okay, yes.
Tornado? No, we don't get tornadoes here. I wasn't going to hang around arguing with him. So we just set off again, hoping to find a real road where we could move faster than the storm. But it was not to be. We had come out of the woods and we going down into a valley when suddenly the hills in front of us vanished. It all happened in the space of about 2 minutes.
Okay. You see, any problem about this first part here or the second part? I'll move to the second part in a minute. Let's discuss this first part. I don't usually drive cars at 50 miles per hour along dirt. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Erica, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just answer branches and then I go to gusting. Erica, think about a tree. Okay. You have it going up, you know, like the underground, you have the roots, then you have the tree, okay? And then you have branches of the trees that go in all directions, okay? Branches. Branch is used to refer to a subdivision of something. For example, the Bank of Brazil, #1 is in Brasilia, but they have branches in practically every city in Brazil. Understand?
Okay.
So usually when you give your checking account information, the first thing is the bank, then you give the branch, that is the place where you have your checking account, and then you give the checking account number, okay?
Okay.
So branch is this, a subdivision of something, okay? Like, where's your company based? Our company is based in New York, but we have branches all over the world, okay? That means subdivisions of the company, right? And here is subparts of the tree. The branches were flying all over, okay?
Okay.
Another question, gusting, yes?
Yes.
But now we could see waves of wind gusting. Gusting means blows of wind, blowing very fast, okay? Because wind is not a verb in English, as we talked about yesterday. So we can say the wind is blowing very hard today, or, oh my gosh, there are some terrible wind gusts. This is when you have like a sudden blow, understand? Okay or no?
Yes.
Okay. Another question about this first part or no? Can I go to this? I'm sorry?
Reach it.
To reach.
Yeah,
okay.
reach.
Oscar, do you ever use your GPS in Canada?
Sometimes.
So you put your departure place and your, let's say, destination, right?
Yes, yes.
When you arrive, the GPS always says, you have reached your destination.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that means you have just arrived.
Okay.
By the time we reach it, by the time
Okay.
we arrived, the trees again, the branches were blowing in all directions, or directions is the same. Okay?
It's orientation.
Yes. It's to arrive
Okay.
at a certain place, okay? To
I
reach.
understand. Thank you.
Another question or no?
No.
You see, this is an interesting part if you observe, if you remember. Like somebody asked me in the previous paragraph, what was hilltop? They were at a hilltop. That's why they could see the tornadoes coming. So they went down the valley, understand? And they couldn't see the tornadoes. They knew the tornado was coming. And then they saw a group of tourists on quad bikes enjoying, having a good time in a cross-country trip. And then they stopped. We stopped for a moment to warn them. Okay, like, hey, there is a huge tornado coming. But the tour guide, tornado, we don't get tornadoes here. So do you think he was going to stay there discussing, arguing with the guide? He said, okay, no problem. So they just left, understand? You see, I wasn't going to hang around arguing with him. So we just set off again, hoping to find, okay, Oscar, I'm sorry. I needed to correct you here. It's hoping to find. You pronounce it hopping.
Okay? Yeah, thank you.
Hopping.
Hoping.
Yeah, here's hoping. Hop is another verb, okay? It's H-O-P only, understand?
Hoping.
Here's hoping to find a real road. In the case of hopping, it's like, for example, the way a rabbit, they don't walk, they hop. So it's H-O-P. Then the ing form would be hopping, okay? Then I pronounce hopping, but there I pronounce hoping. In the hope of finding, hoping to find a real road.
Okay.
Another question about the second part or no?
No.
No? Okay, let's go back to Gloria. Gloria, can you read for us another part here, please?
It's coming this way, shouted Sarah. Shouted Sarah.
Shoot is pa, 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 to shoot.
Yes.
Okay?
Shouted.
You shouted.
Shouted Sarah. Find some shelter, said Julie. There was none, not a tree, not a building, not a bridge, until just as where we were given up hope, like a mirage in the desert. We spotted an old abandoned church. Just beyond it, the sky seemed to touch the ground. As we raced towards the shelter of this, probably the most solid building for miles around, the first hailstones hit us as big as golf balls, blowing almost horizontally across the windscreen.
Very good, Gloria. Let's discuss this part first. Any question about this part that Gloria has read for us? Hello, everyone. Any question about this part? Okay,
no
Vanessa.
question, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Any question about this? Vanessa, you can ask me 3 questions if you want. I'm not going to get angry at you. No questions. Understand everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Dirce, can you continue reading for us? We reached, see, Oscar, the same verb again. We reached the church. We arrived at the church. You see, the difference is we say we arrived at a place, but we reached the place. There is no preposition needed, okay? We
Okay.
reached the church. This is she still here with us or no? No. Oh, yes, I can see her. This just because she's using her real name, she's shy today. Okay, Regina, can you read this part for us? We reached the church.
We reached the church and,
pulled
to an
abrupt
halt, shelter. By then we could see nothing, or at least nothing further
from us.
Further from us, than about 15 meters. And although there were four of us in the car, and it was a heavy car too. The vehicle was jumping up and down on its springs, as if someone was trying to push it over. The noise of the wind and the hailstones of the roof was trying the push of it over. Deafening. And conversation was impossible. So we just sat there in silence, hoping and praying that our car was not going to pick it up like a leaf and throw across into the unknown that we could not see. We could not see.
Difficult part for Regina. Sorry about that. Any question about this part, guys? This probably was the most, let's say, shocking, or I don't know how to describe this experience. They were in the eye of the tornado, okay?
Yes.
Any question about this? I'm sorry?
Halt, abruptly halt.
Halt is the same of stop, okay?
Okay.
In some places, instead of the stop sign, there is a halt, okay?
Okay.
It's the same. Another question?
Okay.
Oscar, no problem.
No.
Somebody is asking me something. What is it? Can you say it again?
No.
No question?
Not to me.
Okay. Understand like a leaf?
Yeah.
Leaf.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just sat there in silence, hoping and praying that, yes, very good. Like you have a maple leaf in the Canadian flag, okay? That's the national
special leaf. Special leaf here.
Yes, it's the symbol of Canada, okay?
Yes,
Maple leaf, okay? They were praying that their car was not going to be picked up like a leaf and thrown across into the unknown that we could not see because it was impossible to see anything. Okay? Erica, can you read this next part for us, please?
It probably lasted about 10 minutes, but sitting in that bumping, noisy car, it seemed more like 10 hours until, almost as suddenly as it had started, the wind stopped and the hail stopped falling. Normality returned. Normality returned.
Whew.
Said Sarah.
I thought we'd had it.
I thought we had it. Me too, said Hobby. Fortunately,
let me move the screen.
Fortunately, the tornado had missed us, and we'd just been through the very violent storm that accompanied it. But just short distance down the road, the twister had caused chaos and destruction, flattening a farm and a garage as it rolled across the prairies of Montana.
Okay, prairies.
Prairies. What does prairies mean, teacher?
The fields, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a type of field that you have, okay? You can have mountains, you can have prairies, okay? Usually it's flat, okay?
Okay.
Any other question about this part?
I have one. Flate.
Yes.
Flattening.
Yeah, flattening.
I'm sorry. Let me find it here.
Flattening.
After the extraction.
Yes. Try to separate this word, Oscar. Let's see if you understand it in part. Do you know what's flat?
Flat, yes.
But not an apartment, a flat. Something is flat. Okay. If the area is flat, do you have mountains and hills in the middle of it or no?
It's not flat, eh?
Yes. So if it's flat, right?
Yes, yes.
So what happened? Short distance down the road, the twister had caused chaos. Okay, Erica? Chaos and destruction. Flattening, that means a farm and a garage was completely on the ground. Destroyed the house and the garage, understand?
Okay.
It was flattened, is the verb of to flatten. Okay, it's like you have the house in the middle of the prairie and phew, it all collapsed and was rolled across the prairies of Montana. Okay?
Okay.
The house and the garage. Okay? Everything had been destroyed by the tornado. Right?
Okay.
Another question about this part or no?
No.
Bumping.
Bumping?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things I love the most about going into a carnival park, you know what's a carnival park?
Yes.
Okay, where you have all the rides, you know, was the bumper cars, where you would just drive and bump in somebody else's car. That's called bumping cars, okay? Because you bump. To bump, like they were in the car just bumping up and down, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Okay? The wind was lifting and dropping them, lifting and dropping them, lifting and dropping them, okay?
Okay.
Another question about this part, or it's okay? Is it okay?
Okay.
Let me see who can read this for me now. Vanessa, I think she's still in the car. Okay. What happened a week later, Oscar?
Yeah.
A week later,
a similar twister crashed into a campground in Alberta, Canada, killing a dozen people and wrecking hundreds of tents and caravans. With hindsight, I felt that we'd been quite lucky. I'd seen my twister. I'd been on the edge of it. On the edge is different. It's off the edge of it. But fortunately, not in the middle.
In the middle.
Frankly, that was quite enough.
Okay. Any problem about this part?
No.
You see, it is not common either to have tornadoes in Alberta, Canada, understand? But a week later, they had a similar tornado crashing into a camping ground in Alberta, okay? Where people go camping, a campground, killing a dozen people because they were in tents. They were not in houses, understand? So the tents just blew away. and wrecking hundreds of tents and caravans, the motorhomes, okay? With hindsight, that means in a certain perspective point of view, I felt that we'd been quite lucky. We saw the twister, but we were on the edge of it, not in the middle of it. The farm and the garage, probably they were in the middle of it, and they were all destroyed, understand? But they were inside of the car, right on the edge. The tornado was here, they were here. So they were on the edge of the tornado, and they didn't get killed, right? That's why they told the story. Any question about this?
Okay.
No question.
No
Okay.
question.
Now, there are two more parts or three more parts. Two, three, yes. Okay, Gloria, there is a
Wait.
passage here about a tornado alley. Okay, can you read this for us, please?
Perhaps you saw the movie Twister.
Twister.
Remember, it was the film about scientists who wanted to measure the forces in the middle of a tornado.
Tornado.
It was a frightening movie, which illustrated the incredible strength of the terrifying natural phenomenon. Terrifying natural phenomenon. Though small tornadoes can happen in many parts of the world. It is only in North America that the real big twisters attack. Tornado alley. Tornado alley stretch from the Gulf of Mexico in the south as far as the plains of Alberta, Canada in the north.
Very good. Can you stop there so we can discuss this? Okay. This is what they mention here is about an alley. Do you understand the word alley? That's not a name. Do you understand this or no?
No.
I know.
No.
You know. Good. Who else said, I know? Was it Vanessa?
No.
No, Oscar, I heard. Somebody else said.
No, Vanessa, I said no.
Ah, no. Oscar, can you try to explain to Vanessa?
No, I know too. I don't know.
Ah, now you don't know. Huh? See, he changed
I want to know.
Fast.
I want to know.
You changed your mind very fast. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Oscar, you have been to New York, right? Who else has been to New York here? Is there anyone else here that has been to New York or only Oscar?
I has been.
Yes, I know. Yes, Vanessa said, me too. Me three, okay? So, in New York, it's very common to see alleys. Usually between two streets, you have like 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, okay? But when you go from 5th to 6th, usually in between blocks, there is a kind of a street that is not very populated. It usually is the back entrance to most buildings and bars. It's where many crimes are committed. In movies, you always see people driving very fast through the alleys to escape from the police. Okay, so alley is a kind of a backdoor street. Okay, it's not in the front of the building, usually at the back. So you can enter through the back door. Those are alleys. I myself would never walk through an alley in New York City at night. Understand? Because there are a lot of beggars, homeless people, understand, that live in between the garbage cans, the garbage bins, understand? That's an alley. So why
it's a small way, yeah.
Yes, a passage.
Yeah.
So they call it tornado alley because this is like a street where tornadoes happen more frequently. And it starts in the Gulf of Mexico and goes all the way up through the United States and in Canada. And it's like a tunnel, understand? 99.99% of the tornadoes in the United States occur in this alley. That's why they call it tornado alley. Understand? Of course, it is possible to have tornadoes on the edge of the alley, but they are frequently common in the middle of the alley, like in Missouri, okay? That's why the guy said, Montana, tornado here? No, that's impossible. We don't have tornadoes here because tornado is outside the alley, understand? The alley is very long, but it cuts the central part of the United States and Canada, not the sides. For example, you'll never see a tornado in Vancouver or in Toronto, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. But in the middle part of the United States, in the Midwest, yes, many tornadoes. Okay. Any other question about these or no? Any question, guys? Vanessa, Oscar, Dirce, Gloria,
It's okay.
Gabriel,
Yes.
everyone else, Mario, Regina. No questions, Erica. Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry again, but we ran out of time one more time. Okay, so we have to stop here, but please, I would kindly ask you to finish reading this. There are only 2 more paragraphs. Calamity Jane, explaining who was Calamity Jane, and the days when the West was wild, and then finish. Next class, we'll just wrap it up, and I'm going to ask you some personal questions involving natural disasters to see your experiences concerning this, okay? We can stop here. I hope you have a nice weekend.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Weekend too.
Stay
Everyone,
home,
nice
stay
weekend.
safe.
Teacher.
Yes, and I hope to see
Thank
you
you.
Monday, okay? Bye-bye now.
See you everyone.
Have you all a
Bye-bye.
nice
Monday.
weekend, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you on Monday. Have a nice weekend, you all.
Okay.